Okay, welcome everybody. We are so excited to invite you or have you here at the new affiliate weekly training. We're doing these all for the month of June on Monday nights. And so we would love to hear from you. If you have questions, type in the chat below. But last week, I was just going to go over this real quick because several people weren't on last week. But if you were, we'd love to hear from you. Type in the chat, what was your big takeaway? So last week we talked about the basics, okay? And we just talked about the different leaders on the team and stuff like that. So, but the biggest thing that we talked about last week is serving versus selling, okay? So, like, we do two things in this business. You post to build curiosity, you're posting to who we're serving, and then you start conversations to find those problems. So that's who you help. So you only do two things. It's very simple in this business. So we talked about if you type in the chat, if you have done this worksheet, say me in the chat, if you've already completed this who I want to help worksheet. Now, not everybody is probably done this, and that's okay. But right here, this is a great something to do because basically it really kind of hones in on exactly who it is that you want to help that person. And so tonight we're actually going to talk about how to post on social media for people that's going to do this. So it's really important that you know who you want to help because I'm going to let you share real quick. Carrie, for you, when you started to understand this is the person that you wanted to help, how did it make you feel, or how do you feel when you post on social media?
Yes, it just takes that like salesperson ick out of it. And it just, whenever I'm talking to somebody, that person that I want to help, it's just, I want to help that person. I want to serve that person. And it's not about selling them something or making money or any of that. I really want to serve that person. And it makes you feel good. It gives you a purpose. And it's not so much about, the other side, the paycheck on the other side or having that icky sales feeling.
I love that. Yeah, and I meant to have us kind of share a little bit. We've got a couple people in the waiting room. Hold on, let me let them in. Um, anyways, tell them a little bit about yourself, Carrie. Like a lot of them probably know me. If you don't know me, I'm Bree Holbrook. I'm a mom of three. I've done lots of different things. I have been in a law firm. I've worked as a dental assistant. I've done full-time ministry. Like I've done lots of different things. My husband, I had joined my previous company when my husband lost his job. And I just started, hadn't posted for 2 years, okay? And didn't want to because I cared about what people thought. But when he lost his job, that's when my business kind of took off because I started thinking, okay, we don't want to lose our house. And anyway, so that's what kind of propelled me forward. My why got really, really big in this business. But tell us real quick about you, Carrie. Tell us a little bit about you because you've worked full time just up until recently. Tell them a little bit about you.
Yes, no, yes, I'm Carrie Walker. I am a mom of four, and a wife first, and I former PE teacher. That's my calling. I've been a teacher for 11 years now, or I was for 11 years, and my previous business allowed me to retire from teaching. So that's where my why came in too. When staying home with my little babies, when my fourth was born, I was able to stay home and kind of see. I really always wanted that. I just didn't know how that would actually happen. So super grateful for this channel and being able to match my teaching salary with it. And Make Wellness came in here in August. I jumped in right away. I just saw how these peptides, even before we had the products, I saw how these bioactive peptides could help and serve so many people. I'm a personal trainer now. And so, like I said, I've stepped away from teaching, but I sub now as well, which that's what Brie was just talking about. I've been subbing full time this year. So, also work in this business alongside subbing and teaching full time. So it's totally doable. But I just saw these peptides being able to help so many people. Like I know so many of either my clients or my friends. I'm 40 right now, just on the shot, and I just saw a lot of those negative effects with my, especially my clients too. They're just just different things, just negative side effects from them. And when I saw these peptides that are natural with no side effects, and 100% of the weight loss was from fat and not from muscle, which is huge for me as a trainer. I just had to jump in. I just knew it could help so many people, and it really has. I mean, in 9 months in this business, I have well surpassed my teaching income, my full-time teaching income. And it's just the sky's the limit, like I'm able to help and serve people in a way that I didn't know was possible, but it's also providing for our family. And that is my why too. I want to be able to have these options and stay home and be able to make my own hours and have that freedom for my family, because my kids are 14, 13, 10, and 8. And even just this weekend, I was gone for 5 days in Gatlinburg for a basketball tournament, but we made it like 3 extra days because of this business, really, and I was able to stay an extra day. My son didn't get done playing basketball at 8 p.m. last night. So we just extended it a day because I have that option. And it's just, and that's really my why now too, is to help other moms, other dads, and families just have options in life, because that's what life is truly about. Sorry, that was a bit long, but
I love it. That was awesome. That was really great. Okay. Oh goodness, here we got my my numbers up here. Hold on. I don't know. I did the wrong one for some reason. I love that. I think you're exactly right. I think I love your why. And you know what's cool about you is, you're not like a big extrovert, right? Like you're not the one that you're like, um, hey, I'm great at sales and, all that kind of stuff. So I think that's really important. Okay, for some reason I'm having a hard time now that I don't have it up. Let me see if I can pull it back up. I should. Okay, so this is it. I do have it up. I'm just trying to get the thing. So tell them real quick about social media. Maybe share with them kind of your journey with social media, because I know in the beginning, Carrie, you were not like, oh my gosh, I'm crushing this. I'm amazing at social media. So for the people out there that might be feeling a little bit intimidated, or I don't know if I can, do this with social media. Can you just kind of speak to that a little bit?
Of course, yes. I love being able to train new affiliates on this too, because when I started, literally, I was like the person who, my family's all in Illinois. So like I would put pictures of my kids up really just to stay connected with them. But I had like 200 followers, I think, when I first started. And I was not a big, I was definitely not an influencer or a big poster at all. So my journey throughout the years, and even in Make Wellness, I think just when I started, like I did not do a good job. Like I didn't. But the one thing I have done over the years is consistent. I've always had the mindset that when I do post, when I do show up, that's like my open sign for my business. So people see that, and right away, it took a while. Like it definitely took a lot of consistency for people to be like, all right, is she legit? Is this a real thing? Does she really believe in these products? Because so many people just fizzle out. They start like, oh, okay, I'm gonna post 2, 3 times a week, like I've told to do, and then 2, 3 weeks go by, and your likes aren't people aren't knocking at your door, so they just quit. So I think the consistency is really big, and then peptides are huge right now. The buzz, the buzz, it's the future of health and wellness. So that's getting a lot of attention too, but cannot wait to share a little bit more about a newer way. When I started 9 years ago, like it was not, it's social media is way different. So just the newer things we've learned that really help, propel your social media game forward.
Yes, 100%. And I too, I wasn't, when I joined my former company, I told you guys I wouldn't even post for 2 years because I cared what people thought. Okay. So, like, I'm coming from somebody, and I didn't even have social media. So, like, when I started, I literally had zero social media. I didn't even have any followers, like, at all. And I didn't use it for the first 2 years. Okay. It took my husband losing his job for me to swallow my pride and think, okay, now I can post. But a lot of it was because I felt like posting felt really icky. So type in the chat right now. Have you ever felt icky about posting? So write ick in the comments below. Okay. So I felt icky posting because I'm like, people are going to see this as me needing something from them, okay? But what we want to do is we're teaching you a different way. Social media it's really a tool for you to use to gather people that are already struggling with problems, okay? So you guys, there are people praying right now at night going, I've tried everything to lose weight, or I've been working out and I still, I don't feel like that I, can lift the weights, or I don't have the energy to play with my grandkids, or gosh, my ADHD is terrible. My only option is Adderall. I wish there was something natural. There are people praying every night for a solution, okay? And so those are the people we want to help. Now, if somebody loves their energy drink that's absolutely terrible for them, let me just tell you, like energy drinks, like this, the crap that is in there, not only does it pop and drop, like do they have this huge, rush of energy, and then their cortisol and everything, like the adrenal glands, it's terrible for you, but it just contains a lot of harmful things that now they're finding. But anyways, even if they like their energy drink, great. Then say great. If you're happy with that, do it. But you guys, there's so many people out there that need our help. So you're the point of posting is to start conversations, okay? So, Carrie, do you want to tell them a little bit about like, this going back to their ideal teammate or customer? Remember, that's going back to their I help statement, right? Like last week. So, if you have not written down who specifically you want to help, so Carrie, can you share with us like who do you want to help with the products? Who's your
Yeah,
ideal person?
definitely. Yeah, I mean, I help busy moms who are struggling with keeping up with their kids, their energy, their sleep at night, and just having all those tabs open. I help them have more energy to play with their kids, more energy to make it through the night without being exhausted, and then just sleep better so they can be there for their families, so they can be present and not tired every day.
I love that. Yes. So, what we want you guys to do is tap into the feeling. And if you're a mentor on this call and you see somebody that is one of your people, we want you to go back and make sure that they have, work through this with them with their I help statement, who it is that they want to help. Is she in her 60s? Like I see my friend Judy on here. She's a brand new affiliate. She really has a heart to help women in their 60s, feel like that they have options besides having Mountain Dew, or drinks that aren't really good for you, to have that energy, but also, I know she has a heart to help women just feel better overall and have more energy to love God and love their family members. When you feel like crap, when you don't have a lot of energy, when you aren't feeling confident about your body, it makes you wilt. It makes you want to stay inside. It makes you not want to, go out. So this is what you want to be asking, relate and engage them. You want to speak directly to them. So you want to be asking, how can I provide value and serve this person? That's who you're posting to on social media. You're not posting to your friends. You're not posting for your family. Your social media now, you guys, it's for your business, okay? And you're there to help people. You're not there to sell them stuff. Now, if they want to buy something that's going to help them, of course, do you want to sell that to them? Of course. Like you're just the middleman. A lot of companies, what they do is I don't know if you guys can hear all of my kids in the background. I may have to let you take this one and then shut my door. But you just share with us a little bit, whatever you want to share, Carrie, with this. Tell them about if they haven't been posting consistently, or go back to this. Like I help. If you want to dive a little deeper into this, I know you wanted to do that. So you just kind of share whatever you want to.
Yes, that's super funny. I had to mute myself because I was just yelling at my kid to shut the door as well. Hey, this is how we do this business, guys. From anywhere. So, yes, curiosity posts. I always say like it doesn't even have to be make related. You don't have to just. It's just about getting them. how are they feeling, their emotions, how you can relate to engage with them. Um, a hook is huge, and I love ChatGPT. If you haven't used that yet, I'm sure we'll have a whole thing on that. But just getting a good hook, ChatGPT has a lot of good examples for that. But yeah, and then a call to action at the end. Yeah, Bree, go ahead and flip to that next one for me.
Okay, and tell them about this. Like, you want your post, does it look like you're selling something or helping someone? So like you don't want to promote, like you don't want to give sales resistance, like is what we talk about. So like when you go into a store back in the day when it was like a mall, you'd walk in and you really needed a pair of shoes for a wedding, okay? You'd walk in and the salesperson is like, "Hey, can I help you?" And what would you say?
No, I'm good. I'm just looking.
Yeah, you'd be like, "No, I don't need any help," right? So that's sales resistance. People don't like to be sold to. And if you are being an infomercial on Make, now we're going to teach you how to do this non-icky, non-infomercial way. Okay, so go ahead. So just ask that question every time. So share with them about this.
Yeah, so you want to basically warm up the algorithm of Facebook. Facebook, it changes throughout the year. So like, I always say, just like lean in and listen to the people who do study it, who know what's going on. Post 1 to 2 engagement posts a week. That's always good. Like anything, it does not have to be about make. It can be about health and wellness. That gives you some leads, but just anything. What's one thing you can't live without? Tell me a good crock pot recipe. Like your people and you know who they are, but what's your go-to energy booster? Like those ideas on there. And then go and like and comment for people who follow you. So always, I always go in and I look at, all right, who are some people that would be like on my dream team, some of those people, or who would be a customer I think would be really good, and just go comment and engage on their stuff. That really warms them up so that they see more of your posts and your things once you do them. And then, yes, the brand being you. This is huge. And I just did a big training this week on this with Bob Highlight. But the brand nowadays, it's not about, posting every single day and keeping it people's feed and, just posting about your business over and over again or posting a link for anything. It's really about being you, and you are the brand. So people want to trust you. They want to know you. They want to like you. They don't care about make wellness at the beginning. Okay. They want to trust you. So show them who you are, show your face, show pictures of your family and not just what you sell. If you're just a big billboard for make wellness, and that's complete, like Brie was just talking about, that sales resistance, they're just going to, let's go see someone else, because that's what social media does. It's people want to move on quickly. So we always say aim for 2 to 3 make wellness posts per week. Usually we do an engagement post and then some sort of product post and then a business post, whether that's a before and after post, sharing your why, especially for those of you who are brand new or really new, why did you join, your excitement for the company, and how you want to help. And remember always that, like, how do I want to help this person? Who can I help with this post? And if you can answer that, I always look at my post. I'm like, all right, can I tell that who I'm trying to help with this? And then the rest of your social media should be your family, your beliefs, and all that. Yeah. And then we'll talk more about that on this next slide here too. So your 3 pillars for social media, your content should always reflect who you are. Okay. If you are, I'm a mom of 4, I'm a believer, I'm a coach. These are all me. And I'm a personal trainer, I'm a teacher, so that's who I am. So it's something about that usually is in there. What I value health and wellness. I value my body and taking care of it, my family, and just growing as a person. How you help, how are you going to help people? I always say, like, educate them, bring value to them. If you're in it, and it can't have your link at the end. It can't have it can't have a call to action like, oh, come buy my products, or, oh, here's my link if you want to check out more. Just simply add value to people, and then they will follow you and they will trust you in that sense. So inspire them, educate them on whatever is important to you. And don't just go off of somebody else's, think about what really you do. You can add value to people. And then always ask yourself, does your post align with those pillars and how you can serve somebody that's reading it?
Yeah, I love that. So, um, we're going to kind of talk about what this curiosity post framework is, but I want to give you kind of a pro tip. Don't share other people's posts, okay? So, like, I know that if you see something inspiring, from, let's say it's, woman of the word, don't share that post to your timeline. What would be better is you save that picture and you post it to your timeline and say something about it, okay? That's just a pro tip. The other pro tip is like post in the morning versus at night because you have about 12 hours for people to see it. So it's a lot better for you to post in the morning than post at night. And Carrie, what if people are, I don't know about you, but I was like, well, people don't really care about like, what do I have to offer? Okay. Like, do they really care about, whatever it is that I'm doing, my beliefs or my whatever? Like, what do you say to that?
They absolutely do. And that's a part of getting over that, like, oh, what are people going to think of me? I am, like Bree said at the beginning, I am a total introvert. Like, I'm not an outgoing, I mean, I'm a coach, but like I can talk to kids. But as far as, as far as seeing myself as an inspirational person, like I don't put it all out there. But I just did a post this week, it may have been today even. But it literally was about working out and just how like busy moms can handle that and do 10 push-ups, 10 squats, whatever. Like give yourself grace. This is the body God gave you. And however you move your body, like the consistency is the most important part. Nothing about make, nothing about any of that. And you don't know how many friends that really don't comment on my things commented like, thank you. I needed to hear that today. Thank you. Thank you. So that makes you feel good. And it's nothing to do with my business. Might they become a customer? Maybe. Might they not? Who cares? But like, it makes you feel good and it doesn't make you feel salesy or anything. So,
I love that. Yeah. So why don't you go into, this hook story call to action? Because every post you want to be thinking about these three things, okay? And if you use ChatGPT, you actually don't, they kind of do this for you a little bit. But if you don't, tell them what a hook is, the story, and then the call to action.
yes, a good hook is just a little one liner. You know, one last hurrah today, dot, dot, dot. And then you go into your story after, or something about, energy or whatever your post is about. Just a quick little blurb. Usually, you can do it different italics or you can do it bolded, but just a quick blur hook. And like I said, I use Chat GPT for that all the time to get good hooks. And like Brie was saying too about using other people's posts, you don't want to share them, but we are always like, if you see a post, that feel free to go follow me on Facebook or Instagram if we're not already friends. Or Brie, I go look at other affiliates posts all the time, and I take them and then I reword them, and you don't post them in the same day. That's a common thing, and you want to comment on that person's post as well, but just reword it, make it sound like you, and then reuse it. We are abundant here for sure. So that
I
quick
love
hook
that.
story
Yes.
can be, I mean, especially on Facebook, your story can be long. People that read it, if they're sticking with you, they want to hear that. And that's something that's changed over the years too. It used to be really short, but now it's like, as long as you got that good hook and hook them in, then give them your heart. The story is your heart. It's your authenticity, who you are, who you're speaking to, who you're trying to help with this post. And then finally, the call to action is the last part. You always want to end with comment info if this, if you want some more information on this, or if this resonates with you, send me a message. I would love to chat. Something like that, something that gives them a call to action so that you can help them and you can follow up, or put this emoji in the comments if you want me to send you more information on whatever you're doing.
Yeah, and the call to action is important because you're telling them what you want to do. Charlie is actually on here. She just joined like 2 days ago. She's already put up her um post, her what's it called? Like your first post, welcome post. I don't know what is that called? What am I now?
Announce Announcement.
Announcement post. I'm like, my brain, I did take focus, but it was earlier in the day. Anyways, her announcement post, and she put at the bottom like me, if you want more information, and she's had several people already, do that. So right here, so we're going to take the next 5 or 6 minutes. We're going to actually help you guys write a post. Now, depending on where you're at in your journey, you have one option. And then don't forget, we have a giveaway. So don't leave until the end of the night. But right here, option one, you're going to create an engagement post. I did one today on, what's your favorite weighted vest? You can do whatever, your favorite jeans. What time do you wake up in the morning? Okay, you can do that. The second option is do an announcement post. Do your announcement post. If you've not announced that you are doing this as a business, work with your mentor. They'll help you. There's a first 30 posts is a great group. If you're not a part of that, it literally gives you the first 30 posts and you can copy and paste those and they're amazing. Your picture though is way better. Any picture of you, okay? And I see Barb on here. She's done a great job with this. I've noticed Barb will put pictures of herself with the post and it stops people in their tracks. So, put a picture of you. People want to see you, not just a picture of the products. And then option three, you can write a value driven post, which includes your I help statement, personal struggle, or, curiosity. Again, you don't want to be doing like no sales. We're not selling through this post. Okay. So pick one of these options. If you're like, I have no idea, Bree, if you're on Team Making Waves, every Sunday I post uh options of what you can post for the week. Okay. So reach out to your mentor if you're not a part of Team Making Waves, if you want to be a part of that group. But we're going to take a few minutes right now and just create a post. We're going to post it. Even though it's nighttime, we're still going to do it. And then we'll come back in 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. So don't overthink it. Just do it. Okay. Okay, so it's okay if you didn't make your post, but I want you to do it before tonight is done. Or you can post it in the morning, if you're like, I feel like more people. Good job, Judy. Judy said she made her post. She said, I think I posted the wrong thing. I don't think you posted the wrong thing, friend. I'm sure you did a great job. So it's good. I've tried so many supplements without much success. I'm trying something new and I'm seeing results. I'm grateful a friend told me about it. I'm encouraged. I think that's great. I guess, another post idea that could create curiosity that's not about make wellness could be something like, what time do you guys wake up in the morning? See, it's just having people like answer that. So it doesn't have to be about make. It could just be getting people, posting. So like sometimes, the other day I was thinking about, I was like, I don't know, where should I get a bathing suit from? Like me, like I need a new bathing suit. So like that's what made me think, oh, I should ask Facebook. Oh, where's your favorite place to buy a bathing suit from? Do you know what I'm saying? So that kind of gets people, she said Amazon. So, but my point is, if you're asking that question yourself, that's where you need to put that on social media. So you'll get better at it. You just need to keep on showing up. The best people, that do this are the people that don't give up, and you just get a little bit better every time. So this is where we want to just end with, don't post and ghost, okay? When somebody comments on your post, or we don't want you to post and pray. So you don't want to just post something about Make Wellness and hope somebody pray that they reach out to you. Now, some people might do that, but you've got to take action, okay? So you want to respond with curiosity and questions, not links. So if somebody's like, tell me more, you're not going to ever send them your link. Why? Because sending them the link, who knows, number one, they may not even know where to buy or what to buy, okay? So we actually want to serve people, and that's why we want to start these conversations. So your goal, and like we mentioned last week, your goal is to start a conversation, connect them until you have 5 customers, 2 affiliates. You want to connect every single person to your mentor. You want to start a conversation. You're not just like closing the sale. The point is not to sell to make you money. The point is, yes, you're going to make a lot of money, but you want to serve a lot of people. Okay, the more people you serve, the more money you make. So this is an example of what you could say. Whoops. Thank you for the comment on my post. What are of your health would you like to see improved this year? Or what resonated with you and what I shared? Okay. If you already are posting, okay, this is 2.0, okay? If you're not good at posting yet and you're like, oh, I can't even get that, then you're not even doing that 2 days a week, then don't worry about what I'm about to say. But some of you guys, you're already 2.0. You want to do stories, okay? Those are stories. I do my stories on Instagram and then they're linked to Facebook. But you want to share behind the scenes, how you're using the products, your routine, what's working for you. Like my family just went on a family walk. We've been doing that after dinner every night. And I usually don't bring my phone intentionally because I want to be there. This is why I did this business so that I can be there for my family. But I took it tonight because I was like, this is kind of cool. I know this will inspire other people to take walks with their family. You see? And so I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to post this and then I'm going to get a sale. That's not the point. I'm just like, listen, I want to show up and love people and serve them. And let me just tell you how many people just come back and when they feel loved and served in other ways besides Make Wellness, they will trust you. They will buy from you. They will. So use polls and question boxes in your story to invite conversations. How many cups of coffees do you drink a day? That's a good question right there. It has nothing to do with make. Okay, so live prize drawing. Every week we're going to do this. This week we're going to give away another coaching call with Lindsay Isham. Let me just tell you, she is incredible. You guys, like I'm trying to get a coaching call with her this week because I'm like, I need time with you, and I get lots of time with her. But she has so much goodness. So, anyways, we're gonna do the drawing for that and right now. So hold on just 1 minute. Okay, we got everybody on here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We got, okay, we got Judy is the winner. Way to go, Judy. Okay, thank you guys so much for tonight, and we're just grateful for you. Come back next Monday because let me just tell you, next Monday, we're going to be talking about the conversations that convert. So if you've been struggling with that, this is your call to action. Take a screenshot of this, okay? Create 2 more curiosity posts this week, is what we want you guys to do. We want you to focus on your story, your pillars, or relatable moment. Share each in the team thread for feedback and support. So in your smaller threads. And then this is a bonus, okay? If you post 1 engaging story with a poll or question box, that's a total bonus. So come back here next week. Thank you so much, Carrie. Really appreciate you. And anyways, let's just get better and serve people. Love you guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.